Denver Metro, the playoffs are really starting to heat up. I'm Garrett Johnston. Thanks for joining me here on this playoff edition of the Denver MaxWire. To help us break down Quadrants 1 and 2 and those remaining 4 teams, we're going to go ahead and bring in our MaxPreps.com senior writer, Gerry Valerio. And Gerry, looking at those final 4 teams there, is there one in particular that may be feeling the most pressure to get through and into the title game?
Well, I would think Fairview, as the overall #1 seed, probably is feeling a little bit of pressure getting into this quarterfinal round. Or, I think anytime you have that target on your back, I think it heightens the pressure for you.
Well, speaking of Fairview, they're going to host Pomona this week in their matchup, and Pomona actually really hung well with them. 33-30 was the final. Pomona lost on October 18th, that regular season game. What is Pomona going to have to do to really keep Fairview in the 303 area code?
Well, I think what they're going to do is have a heavy dose of running back Chris Marquez. He's small in stature, but he's big on the field. I mean, he's about 5'5", 160 pounds, but over the last couple of weeks in the playoffs, he's had close to 500 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns, and so I think they will run him often, and we'll have success doing that. And I think on the other side, Jay Madden, their head coach, is one of the best defensive minds in the state, and going around with them the second time, I think will really help Pomona. They kind of kept Anders Hill, the Fairview quarterback, in check last time. He had less than 300 yards passing, which for him is not a big day, and so I think that would be another really good game. It's 33-30, as you mentioned, during their regular season matchup, so I think that'd be a terrific football game.
Well, that should be a good game, Gerry. And another good game is Grandview and Thunder Ridge this weekend. And what should we expect out of that one?
Well, these two teams are familiar with each other, Garrett. They met in the quarterfinals last year. Thunder Ridge scoring a 21-17 victory, and Grandview had the ball late with a chance to win it. But I think what you're going to look for is the Grandview defense, which is always one of the best in the state, how they try to slow down Thunder Ridge quarterback Brody Westmoreland, one of the top talents in the state, both running and passing. Today he signed to play baseball at San Diego State, and last week he accounted for 7 touchdowns against Doherty, 3 rushing and 4 passing. So Grandview will have to find a way to corral him this week.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Thanks for joining us, Gerry, this week on this playoff edition of the Denver MaxWire. And remember, go to our website, maxpreps.com/Denver, for all you need as this postseason continues to unfold. Also, follow us on Twitter @Denver MaxPreps. I'm Garrett Johnston. Thanks for joining me here on this playoff edition of the Denver MaxWire.